Hey everyone, thanks for tuning back in to mattsteinway.com. I'm just driving with Shells. Hey Shells.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Anything to say to mattsteinway.com?
No.
No. There you go. And there's Flora in the back. Hi Flora. Alright, the video I wanted to do is about, there's that saying, all publicity is good publicity, but I'm not really sure that I totally agree with that, because I think some publicity is good publicity is, and not so good publicity can change people's perception of you as well. So I just want to talk about an article that was in the paper, and I don't mind the article, it's just that I'll tell you somebody's response on Saturday. So here's an article about myself in the paper, and it was from Eric, and you saw the article, Shells?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was laughing because my grandparents will see it.
Well, there was some journalists there at the at Eric, and they heard the talk, and I think that the girl that wrote it she works at the paper, but I don't think she was at Eric. I think that her fellow journalists were there. Anyway, in the article it says that, I'll just see if I can find it. I don't know if you can read it here, but it says spoke at the ARIC conference, blah blah blah, and then desperate to escape the web of Sydney's underworld, Steinway fled to the Central Coast for a fresh start, but the TV program Australia's Most Wanted flushed him out. And it said that had to take a day off work and blah 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 blah, things like that. So anyway, there's probably a little bit more information than I would advertise in the local paper. So although I don't, my past is my past, and that's just the way that it is, and I talk about it openly to people. It's not like I try and hide it or not talk about it, but advertising it in the local real estate guide, I think people can perceive it in a couple of ways when they're not talking to you. So I was at an open house on Saturday, and a lady came up who I've sort of seen around for a while, and she comes up, she said, "Oh, I saw the ad in the local paper," or I saw the story in the local paper. I thought you were going to crash in that car, Shells. I saw the ad in the local paper, and she said, "Oh, gee, how do you think people will see you now?" And I was like, "I don't know, probably the same. I'm not really sure." And she said, "I think some people will hold their brochure up and go like this, and go, oh no, he was on Australia's Most Wanted." And anyway, so and she kept doing it, going like this, hiding her face, going, "Oh." So anyway, that's what prompted me to do this. Is I know people say all all publicity is good publicity. I'm not so sure. I think some fits with some fits with others. I mean, you look at Charlie Sheen when he went right off the rails. I don't think that helped him at all. I think it worked against him. And I think your reputation is also aligned with the type of publicity that you receive. Good publicity that's, what would you call it, Shells? Publicity that's uplifting and excellent and all of that helps your reputation a lot. People like that stuff. But when you got stuff that maybe might polarize people, I don't think it always works for you. So that's just my 2 cents worth. Always source the good publicity is my recommendation.
Yep.
What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Such a good help on this video. Alright, so anyway, always strive for great publicity. But, it's certainly got people talking. I've had quite a few people ring me and ask me, and even one of my owners on Saturday afternoon when I was ringing with some feedback, he's an older guy, he goes, "Matt, I saw the story in the paper," and I'm like, "Oh yeah?" And he goes, "Yeah, I thought it was really good." So that's what I mean. I think certain publicity can polarize people, but just try and make it as good as you can all the time, because it is a part of your brand also. Question of the day today. Let's get a discussion going around this. Do you think all publicity is good publicity, or do you think some is? What's your thoughts on it? Love to hear about it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Shells.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Yep.
Flora. Bye, Flora. Say goodbye.
She's just as helpful as me.
Yeah. Peas in a pod. And thanks for helping make this real estate world
A better place.
a much better place. See you on the next video.